yeah, um, yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and say this right now. I will no longer be recording videos, so I guess every day we're gonna get on here and do a live stream. Cause yeah, we're gonna do a live stream every single day. Well, not every single day, but if I feel the need to. But let's go ahead and in this title we're gonna talk about yeah, we're gonna talk about you see the title. Now I might not post nothing in the thumbnail or something like that. Put a picture up in the thumbnail. But you can see my YouTube profile originally. But so yeah, we're no longer gonna record. I'm no longer gonna record and make a video because I got a live stream. I can talk about this. I can make a little long live stream. I can make a short live stream. There are only 3 live streams that I did. So yeah. Yeah. So and welcome to Black Man Speak the Truth podcast. On my channel, this is a channel for intelligent black men and productive black men only. No Keisha zone, no divester zone, no pandering Negro zone, no Democrat shilling Negro zone, no Pookie and Ray Ray zone. Any negative comments about black men, your comments will be blocked. And I would not show my face on it. I never show my face on this channel, so let's get that out of the way. And another thing that I do is I hold I do not hold black men accountable. But I will hold the pandering Negroes accountable who defended Keisha's bad behavior and trying to let Keisha's get off of not being accountable. And hold these divestors accountable for discrediting black men and giving a whole lot of credits to other races of men, especially white men for sure. And you know me, I'm just exposing the hypocrisy of y'all love to try to blame black men but not the black woman. It's like more similar to only logical because only logical um you know he exposed the truth about what's going on with a lot of Keishas and all this and that. And they sit over here talk about divesting from black men because they think black men are not good enough and all this and that. But hold on for a second. My bad for that. My bad. I'm gonna go to only logical channel. And you know that Rose woman, Queens and Kings, that woman who fighting over her zaddy Pookie. I made a video about that. I showed y'all the clip from that. But and yeah, she had took the she had gave only logical the red flag because she didn't like only logical calling this out. And in community tab, I said this in the community tab. Hold on, let me see. I said these divestors can't handle the truth about what you were saying on what you were saying, and this is why they want to get your video demonetized. But stay strong. Exactly. That's exactly what I said. When you look at only logical, because it's to the point that it ridiculous and it don't make sense. They sit around here always trying to blame black men for the problem. Because the divestors, they really are to feel the black woman, feel a feel woman who basically she talking about she was dealing with the Pookies and the Ray Rays and all this and that, and did not she did not find a good black man, but she go around in her younger life and find a Pookies and Ray Rays. She would give all her prime years to a Pookie and have multiple children out of wedlock by a Pookie, and then the Pookie don't even be there for their children. And then the children get older, they gonna have the same mindset and the same ideology. Now you know my position on that. I don't really date single. I don't date single mothers. Why should I? And let me tell you something for you pandering Negroes. You pandering Negroes need to shut up and stop talking about black men need to date single mothers. Oh, and Umar, I'm gonna get to you, and I'm gonna get to you most definitely, cause we're gonna expose you today. So they're gonna be like an hour and 30 minutes live stream, and I'm telling you, these dudes, I don't know, but we got one person watch. Shout out to you. Golly, it's like that. Like what's going on? But Umar Johnson always talking out of both sides of his mouth. He do not really have that same energy when it's the divestors and all this and that. But he always want to hold it on to black men. Hold on for a second. Even though we're gonna watch the medium man and what he said about Umar, and there's another clip we're gonna watch of the Jeremy Hill show when he called Umar out on it he called him out 3 months ago. I'm gonna let y'all just hear the whole clip. So they're gonna be an hour and 30 minute live stream and all this and that. And then we're gonna talk about why Umar do not want to have that same energy. Because Umar Johnson, and I told you this like last month when I made a video about my position on going into 2025. Like I don't want to hear nothing from Umar about what black men are doing. And Umar just keep on getting on here talking and running his mouth, talking the shit that he talk. But at the same time, he not even really practicing what he preaching. He just get on here selling y'all that shit because I'm telling you, he wants you to be like them. Like the same, like it don't make no sense. It don't make no sense. Matter of fact, let me go ahead and let y'all hear this. I'm gonna go ahead first. Let me put it on the medium, man, and then we're gonna do the divestors last, bro. Let me go ahead and do this right quick. Hold on for a second. Hold on. Let me go ahead and get to it. Hold on for a second. Cause Umar Johnson just keep on coming out here talking. And it really kind of frustrated me because he sit there and do all of this pro-black, piece of Pan-African-ness, the talking points, but he not even showing us how he piece of Pan-African is when it comes to that school he is. That man say that man been wanting to build that school for 15 years, and yet he still ain't done it. Even though he is working on the school, why he ain't have it open? That man gonna probably wait till by the time he get to 75 years of age, he gonna open up that school. He gonna wait till he get to 75 years of age and start opening up that school. The man already 50 years old. Like real shit. Let's go ahead and go to the medium, man. Cause basically he keep on coming out here talking and running his mouth about what black men are doing. And the nerve of this dude, man. The nerve of these pandering Negroes, man. It's sick. Let's go ahead and get to it. The media, man, I'm gonna let him cook.
For this situation, we're going to sit here and focus on black women. We're not going to do everybody's involved. We're not going to do this whole thing, run around about, well, it's the fact that black men, no. We're not going to do that. So every time I see somebody refute this stuff with that type of argument, I'm blocking you. So if I...
Fast. And the thing about Angry Man is, not Angry Man, Media Man. I mentioned it on my platform. If I see negative comments about, I'm talking about from them who literally get on here and try to defend Umar and all this and that, I'm gonna get the blocking. And the same thing, hey, on Gerald from Black Star Podcast, if you hear me, if any dudes who get on, anybody that get on here and defend Umar Johnson and all these other ones, the same thing with accountable commentary. If you see these dudes defending Umar and all this and that, just block their comments. Even though you're doing live stream, you gotta block their comments. Because I'm just saying, because these dudes, they be getting over here talking and thinking they know exactly what they talking about, but they don't know nothing. They just going off based off what Umar Johnson say. That's basically the main reason why black men can't defend themselves, because of guys like that. Because guys always want to get in here and talk a whole lot of shit. You see the same thing with Controversial Shannon. Dudes like him make it real hard for black men to even defend themselves and shit. Because you got dudes like that will keep the division going, but they always want to talk about black men. But let's continue.
See it again, and this is to my TikTok audience. I'm gonna post it over there. If I see y'all asses use that argument, I'm blocking you. And you bet not ever show your face on Facebook, Instagram, or YouTube. If I find out it's you, I'm blocking you again from every platform. So your best bet is to shut the fuck up.
Facts. Exactly.
I know you guys get pissed off, or you like, man, why are we still talking about Dr. Umar? The reason why I like reviewing Dr. Umar and I like, refuting some of the narratives that he's, spews to the black community is because it gives me a chance to educate and teach the black community on what certain things mean, so they won't be duped into thinking that black men are just running out here, doing all this foolery in regards to the fertility rates. He's such a polarizing figure in the black community, and he has a huge draw when he goes on certain podcasts or he speaks, publicly. It's only fair that, I put these videos out so we can actually learn the truth, because sometimes Dr. Umar is off. When discussing the black community, sometimes he can conflate things, he can get things wrong, and it sends a bad message to black women to allow them to assume that black men are less than. And then when black men hear it, they may not have the time nor patience to go research these things. And that's why I'm here. So I can give you guys information and you can do the research for yourselves, and we can get the truth out there. Not necessarily, again, I know that if black women don't like black men, then it doesn't matter what I say. But for black men, it definitely does matter. And I love reading those comments where people say, man, thank you for doing this. Thank you for standing up for black men. So like I said, it's not necessarily to try and convince the people who already believe a certain narrative about black men. It's specifically for you guys. So I'm going to show you guys this video from Dr. Umar's appearance on Donnell Rawlings, Ashley Larry from the Chappelle Show on his podcast.
That's in some cases with black women, this is going to be a tough one. I'll probably be canceled or whatever. Do you believe that there is the notion that sometimes black women, damn, I'm going out on a limb when I say this, brother, don't know when to shut the fuck up? That could be true for some sisters. Is there art to it? Is there science to it? Because I do know that they're never.
And watch how Umar Johnson say the bullshit that he say. Oh, bruh, why we always gotta be goddamn, gotta put in the ones gotta be responsible because of what these Keisha got going on. No, they're just basically you taking the foot off the Keisha's neck and putting it on black men neck to try to tell us black men to be accountable. This is the goofy games that he love to play. For a man that ain't got his school running, that man ain't even married to the 2 black baby mothers that gave birth to his kids. This is him. And I tell you, man, it gets worse. Trust me on that. But let's continue.
You're going to shut the fuck up. But there's a possibility of learning the art and knowing timing of when to shut up. But here's the thing, Brother Donnell. It's not just our women who need to learn the art.
Here we go with that bullshit.
When to express their anger and when to hold it. Our men need to learn it as well.
No,
Black women have been charged with raising our children.
Hey, let me stop you on there. No, they chose to go out there and raise children on their own. What the hell are you talking about, Umar? Like, I hope that one of your baby mamas come out to expose you, bruh. Cause I'm gonna be waiting for that exposure. Because you get on here and always telling black men what we should do to marry a single mother. But why you ain't married to yours? Why you ain't married to your single mother? Matter of fact, you got 2 single mothers that gave birth to your 2 daughters. Why you ain't married to them? Why you ain't married to one of them? You don't want to give us that answer. But you have a whole lot of answer for what a lot of black men got going on. But you ain't got a whole lot of answer for why you ain't married. And then we all know you messing with the stripper back in the days. We know about that for sure. And that country stripper came out and exposed you. Accountable Commentary did a video on that, and they had demonetized the YouTube channels. I like, man, that's crazy, bro. I was looking at them clips. Man, damn, I ain't even know it like that. They gonna goddamn get rid of that shit. Cause yeah, they do that to Accountable Commentary, but the only thing my message to Brother AC is keep holding it down, bro. Don't say let nobody. Don't sit here and give up. Stop. Don't let these people tell you to start talking about this type of stuff, cause they gonna do that just to mess with you, cause they don't like to hear the truth. And that's the same thing go to my channel. They hate when I tell the truth about what's going on. I've been doing this for 2 months, almost 3 months. Cause we about to be in November, so we're getting close to the end of the year. So it's around the time for Halloween, Thanksgiving, and goddamn Christmas or some shit. But yeah, but Umar, he's not even practicing what he preaching. He just keep on coming out here talking and running his mouth and don't have the same energy. But I'm gonna show you the clips of the divestors and what they be saying after when I get done with Umar to show you basically what I'm talking about. That he don't know, that's something he never want to talk about. But let's continue.
With almost no masculine support.
With no masculine support, alluding to the fact that black men aren't taking care of their children. And we're going to break this down step by step. This is the same narrative that has been pushed for those same 50 years as he's talking about.
About 50 years now. But isn't part of raising children is not an easy thing. But and they've had to do that almost by themselves. Couldn't some of that be contributed to, brother?
Because they chose to do it by themselves. Like, why we always gotta get it blamed for Cause they go out here and mess with a hood ninja that's that's that is the smallest amount or out here impregnating these women. I'm not talking about the ones that are married and who got shit going on. I'm not talking about those. I'm talking about the ones who out here doing all of this stuff. But you see, back when I made that video about him back in August, I said only a Pookie will go around creating only a small amount of black men who are Pookies going around creating multiple children out of wedlock. And he basically did it. Umar Johnson did the same thing. But that's something he do not want to talk about. So you know different than them Pookies that go around doing that shit. You see the same thing with the pastors in these churches nowadays. These pastors go around doing all of that shit. Go around cheating on their wives and sleeping with another man's wife and all this and that. You never know that. You sit here. That's how Umar Johnson. He's a prime example of what a pastor and a Pookie be doing. And he sit here and come around acting like he's so pro-black and all this and that, like he down for the people and shit. But he really ain't practicing for what he preaching. He just telling you this shit because he wants you. Because I'm telling you, it's all about. And then when you look up, you all lonely. You giving a sad puppy face. Cause yeah, you have been destroyed by the pandering Negroes that's giving you the worst advice. Because that's all the pandering Negroes got for is trying to destroy your life and trying to get you good gracious back to Keisha or treating you horrible. This is the main reason why a lot of black men don't really fuck with black church like that. This is the main reason why a lot of black men are not fooling with a grifter like Umar. Because we knew Umar, he loved to get on here and hold us accountable for anything. But yeah, he do not have that same energy for Keisha. But hold on for a second. Back again. Yeah, had to do something a little quick. But yeah, and that's something he always want to do is blame us for everything. Like Umar Johnson, I'm telling you, he just like these dudes, like Boyce Watkins and all these other ones, controversial Shannon and Willie D and all these other ones. They do the same thing, man. They preach the same message, and then they leave you in the dark on purpose of you being destroyed and having a Keisha talking down on you and shit, and basically trying to ruin your life. But my message to black men is you don't have to put up with that shit. If you don't want to put up with it, I'm not trying to tell you. I'm not like Umar Johnson and all these other ones. You don't have to deal with that stuff. You do not have to. But I'm just saying, like, let's get back to the clip.
Getting locked up, shouldn't that?
Oh, it is. Okay, so there's that narrative again. It's always, well, because black men are locked up, that's why they're not able to take care of their children. You guys already know that it's only 1.9 million people incarcerated in the United States. That's everybody, not the black community, everybody. And I love reciting that statistic because it puts things into perspective. If we know that we have almost 335 million people, kids, juveniles currently living in the United States, and then you extrapolate that out to the black community, our 47.5 million, what we make up in the population, which is about 14.5%. So if we have 1.9 million people incarcerated, and then you whittle that down to the black community, it's about 37 to 38% of black people that make up that 1.9 million. Black people, not black men, black people that are completely incarcerated, federal, state, jails, juveniles, so on and so forth, right? Do you think that that's a large enough population of people that would remove black men as a whole from their households or their fatherly responsibilities? No. And that's why I always push back on that, because I don't think the black community is aware. And that's why, since we have Thanksgiving coming up, I always put out that challenge to black men. When you guys are around your families, I would love for you to just spark up a conversation and ask everybody that's sitting around the table or just chilling, watching the football game, ask them, hey, how many black men do you think are currently incarcerated? Just throw it out there. You will hear some of the most craziest numbers. If you know that there's 20 million black people live, or black men living in the United States, and you'll hear people say, I think it's about 50%. That will be 10 million black men locked up. Or they'll say 30%, 40%.
Exactly. But Umar don't want to talk about that. And the reason why he get on here and say this stuff because I told you before, in order to gain favor from Keisha's, you gotta bash black men and blame black men for everything. That's basically what it is. So, cause these dudes, these pandering Negroes, all of them, they don't know how to tell the truth. They just going off based off what this Keisha said, and they'll go off based off of what Anton and all this and that had said. But Anton, he's speaking the truth though. But you got dudes like Controversial Shannon and all these other ones always talking, run their mouth, and think they know exactly what they talking about. Same thing with Umar. Same thing with Boyce. Same thing with Steve Harvey and all these other ones. Keep getting on black men and keep condemning black men for everything. But it's kind of funny that it don't make no sense. Like, seriously. I'm just saying, like, y'all must get paid off of this shit, cause I never seen no shit like this in my life. But that's all I'm saying. But let's get back to the video.
And it's like, why would you think that? And the reason why is because of this social conditioning that people like Dr. Umar say. So that's why I always say, like, yeah, black women do have a right or have a reason.
So they don't have no choice but to blame black men. Because they sit there and listen, they give, because they sit here and give off their advice. All that bullshit, old school statistics. Oh, this is you black men. You black men in jail. You black men ain't got nothing going on. Man, there's a lot of black men that got a whole lot of shit going on. So you basically trying to bring back an old school bullshit statistic just to have, cause see, I'm telling you, man. And then at the next minute, I don't believe nothing that you black men say. You black men sit here and talk about some, oh, why you sit here and talk about you got something going on, but at the same time, look what you doing. You out here is horrible. I'm like, what do you read that statistic at? What do you read that at? No, you just going off based off what this motherfucker has said. And your ass ain't even really fucking bringing facts. So, what are we even talking about? Tell you, man. Talking about black men are unemployed. Black men are not unemployed. Those Pookies and Ray Rays that you sit here and you worship, that you get past most of the time, they the ones unemployed. While you have black men like myself going out here working and taking care of and shit. And you sit around here not really on. And the same thing with you, Umar. You ain't even really employed. You unemployed your damn self. you on here goddamn don't even have that school opening. You somebody gonna be opening this year, and you pushing it back. You pushing it to August of 2025. So that's when I turn 22 next year. And you talking about open up school in 2025. I guarantee you, if you get August 2025 and that school ain't open, I'm telling you, black men just need to stop taking this man serious. And you already know my position on Umar. I said going into 2025, I don't want to hear shit about what he got to say until he starts showing me what he got going on. Okay, but other than that, I don't want to hear that shit. I'm not gonna make a live stream about him. I'm gonna call him out in my shorts video. I'm gonna call him out in the shorts. So that's all I'm saying. But let's get back to the video.
To think that black men are less than because they've been taught that. Nobody has told them the truth.
Exactly.
So if you were under the impression that all
And it's to the point that they don't really be caring about. It's to the point when they got fools like Umar tell it, they'll get on him and say these things. Cause I know I know they been goddamn been programmed just to goddamn say some shit like that. Because somebody told them that. I know that shit. Cause that's all they do. They sit here and listen to what these dumb Negroes like Umar be telling them. But if you look at Umar's history, he still ain't got nothing going on with himself. And it's so sad for a 50-year-old Negro who ain't really got shit going on. He just keep on getting on here talking. But I told you, he got a whole lot of answers for a lot of things, but he's not really practiced for what he preach. I might do a live stream next week about Umar Johnson and that school hills, but we're gonna really have this conversation. Matter of fact, I might do it tomorrow. So, but as right now, I'm exposing the hypocrisy. But let's continue.
half of your men was locked up, then yeah, you'll be like, yeah, it's y'all fault. But it's not true.
I'm not saying black men are exclusively to blame for that. Without question, the war against black men is the reason why our sisters have had to raise the
That's
children,
not the reason.
by themselves. But be that as it may, the fact remains that 67% of our children are raised by women alone.
67% of our children are raised by black women alone. 67%. Okay, that would leave 33% being raised in two-parent households or by black men or other living conditions. 67%.
And so when a black woman has to raise the children, play daddy, okay, and mom, pay the bills, deal with her own issues medically, psychologically, and otherwise, and then turn around and be told that she's not humble enough for me.
God. Here we go with this shit, man. It's similar to the same shit that he said on the goddamn Daily Rapper Crew last year, blaming black men for the reason why they have poor decision. This is more similar to that. This nigga, man, I'm telling you, man, I'm sorry for saying the N-word, but I had to let that shit out of my goddamn system. This man just keep talking, bro. And you not even bringing up facts. You just bringing up for what you see. Because most of the time, you hear these women in the 80s and all this and that shit saying that they don't need no man. I'm going to get to that in a minute. Matter of fact, I'm not even going to talk about the divestors today. I skip the divestors and I expose the divestors another day. But I'm gonna try to cause this shit right here is ridiculous at this point. But let's continue.
And I can understand why sisters might react to that.
So let's slow walk this process so we can educate the black community. Dr. Umar said that 67% of black children are being raised by black women alone. Okay? And I made sure I screenshotted this so you guys can understand. So, This is what the black community gets wrong when discussing single-parent households, and I'm pretty sure you guys know where I'm going with this. For starters, Dr. Umar is wrong. He's citing 67% from 2012 to 2013, and the 67% represents single-parent households led by black women, black men, and other living arrangements. To be clear, black community, the 67% does not represent black women alone. Children in single-parent families by race and ethnicity in the United States, 2013 to 2012, Black or African American, 2012, 2013, 67%. Okay? That will be 6.4 million among both years. Okay? The most recent percentage of single-parent households in the black community is currently at 63%. And I put a however there. And I want to show you guys from 2022, this is the most recent. Right there, it says 63%. So it has decreased by almost 800,000, I believe. 63% is at 5.6 million children being raised in single-parent households. But like I said, there was a however in there, right?
Hi, excuse me, miss, hello.
Oh,
What if I told you I could get you some money right now?
I don't care about this shit.
So, single-parent family does not necessarily mean that one parent does not contribute. What did Dr. Umar say? He said that black women are raising these children alone. That's not true. You're putting false burden on black women and you're making them believe it. And now they're going to be more angry or ornery because of the fact,
And that's basically what that shit really is. They rather put out these fake ass statistics just to make them angry and make it seem like that black men ain't doing shit, ain't doing nothing good. I'm telling you, man. The only reason they know how to make Keishas get emotional is by lying to them to say that black men don't really care about them and shit, and black men don't care about their kids. And like I said before, I told you in order to gain favor from a lot of Keishas, you gotta blame black men for the problem and all this and that shit, just like Umar. And this is why I don't take him serious. But I'm gonna let him keep talking. But let's get back to it.
saying that they got reason not to be quiet because they're under the impression that they're carrying the load for all these children when they're absolutely not. Okay, so let me finish. This is not from me. This is actually the definition, okay? It says, it simply means that one parent is primarily responsible for raising the child without a partner living in the household, even if the other parent may still provide some financial or emotional support. Okay, and then the definition down here, single parent family, is one where a child is raised by only one parent due to factors like divorce, death of a partner, or a single parenthood choice. Okay.
And I know the divorce is so high in the so-called black community, but let's call it for what it is. Black men ain't saying we gotta stop take care of our kids because of that. No, we as black men, we understand we gotta goddamn go out here and take care of our kids. It's called co-parenting. Have you ever heard of that, Umar? Instead of you want to sit on here and lie and try to make a lot of Keishas get emotional, cause that's something you pandering Negroes always do. You had to or make them get so excited and try to think of trying to get them to say that they're doing a good job than black men. This is basically what you're trying to say. But but the real answer is no, they not doing better than black men. So what we even talking about? But let's continue.
Okay? But that would be, let me bring myself up here. That would be, like you'd be like, okay, well, it says may, right? So how do I know that black men are involved in their children's lives? You guys know where I'm going with this. This is why. This is from the Legacy Report. It says mothers echo the same reports about fathers. And I'll go ahead and read it. Lest we believe that these statistics are skewed by the father's own self-reporting, Other studies based on maternal reports echo these findings. So you guys heard that the consistent pushback in the black community is that black men did the survey when they asked them, "Are you involved in your children's lives?" And black men, of course, said, "Yeah, I am." And they were like, "Well, you can't use that study because, of course, they're gonna say that they're involved." But in a 2008 survey of low-income mothers, researchers found that non-resident white fathers were less involved with their children than African American and Latino fathers. You guys like, well, that's 2008. Let's skip up 10 years. In the 2018 study of non-marital births, mothers reported not just black women. It says mothers. Mothers reported that black fathers shared responsibilities more frequently and displayed more effective co-parenting than Hispanic and white fathers.
Exactly, and that's something he do not want to talk about. I'm telling you, he do not want to talk about this shit. And I said this back in August when I made a video about him. I said, man, there's a lot of deadbeat black men, a lot of deadbeat Hispanics and white fathers and shit out there, and Asian fathers that are deadbeat. You don't think that applies to black fathers, but yeah, that's what he get on here and say. Cause I'm telling you, in order to say this stuff, in order to make money, he gotta blame black men. Like I said before, he gotta blame black men most of the time for the problems. That's basically he just saying that because he want more donation. Well, you see a lot of these Keishas go to his concert and hear him talk. You don't see a lot of black men at his concert like that. You don't see that. It's only Keishas, and it probably be most of them with who's single mothers. Well, now we know back in August he with Sukiyana and shit like that. Single mother. Mm, But yeah, that's why he able to get on here and hold black men accountable like that. Because I'm telling you, because he don't want these Keishas to stop giving him money. He want them to still keep paying him by blaming black men most of the time for the problem. And I see that's the grift that we see that that yeah, that's the grift. That is the grift that we see. Tell you the same thing with other pandering Negroes. They do the same thing. They just like a pastor in a church. Tell you. But let's go ahead and really continue.
That's important because when it says mothers, that completely debunks that false narrative that black woman made up and said that 92% of the biracial children that black men had, they weren't in their children's lives. We already debunked that. You guys have seen that before. She flat out blatantly.
Exactly. How they like they just going he just want to go off based off on what this one black father is. Like, damn. You think like that's fitted to the whole purpose of if one black man do it, all of them would do the same. This is really their mindset. That how they think, brothers. This is how they think. They love to go off based off what one black man did or what some black men did. Then they gotta blame the collective because of what some of them out here doing that is wrong. That's feeding to the whole purpose of this P Diddy situation. Cause P, let's be realistic. P Diddy, he was doing all of that to Cassie and Kim Porter and all this and that. He was doing this all so he going off based off of what some black male celebrities do it. They think all black men are like that. Tell you, tell you. But you got a whole lot of white dudes and Hispanic dudes and Asian dudes and all this and that out there doing horrible things. Why is this not talking about? Only if it's applied to black men. Cause that's the only game that they run this on. Is to blame black men for the problem. And if you did a lot, if you know LAR movement, that brother, shout out to him, man. He made a live stream saying that black men are done being crucified and blamed. And that is true. We don't like we're done being blamed for everybody's problems and everybody this and that. We're done being blamed for how Keishas go out here and they give their prime years to the Pookies, and then if the Pookies go around beating her and do all this and that to her, she get on here and trying to correlate all black men to what a Pookie be doing. And you got the pandering Negroes that worship the ground and bow down and kiss the ranks that they walk on. Because I'm telling you, and these be the same Keishas that screwing them behind their back and really saying, you ain't shit. You are pathetic. You ain't got nothing going on with yourself. Oh, you Negroes ain't this. You Negroes ain't that. You Negroes gonna hurt us. You Negroes gonna sit here and try to think you can just tell me what to do. And these weak beta male pandering Negroes like Umar Johnson would say, yes ma'am, right on. Oh, you're beautiful queen. Oh, you everything that these pandering Negroes don't got, queen. You man, I wouldn't even sit here and respond like that. I was just I wouldn't even respond like that, but you know, oh, you beautiful queen. You don't need no man, queen. You can do this all by yourself, queen. You strong, independent. You don't need no man, queen. These Negroes ain't shit, queen. No matter if these Negroes are not even taking responsibility, you still the queen mother goddess, queen. Like, man, what the fuck? Like, like I'm sitting back laughing at you. You slow. You are slow. You a pathetic son of a bitch. You are pathetic. But let's get back to it.
The Medium website, they posted, it had to retract it. I have a whole video explaining this. So that's why I know black men are involved in their children's lives. Because it has been studied, mothers echoed the same reports, and also black men echoed the same reports as well. And here's the report if you guys want to read it yourself. It's on PubMed, of course. PubMed is a reputable source. Race/ethnic differences in non-resident fathers' involvement after a non-marital birth. Before you go, here's another fun fact. Since we like to use the per capita argument, by per capita, the black population has a higher percentage of children being raised in single-parent households. But by total numbers, white and Hispanic families have more children living in single-parent households. Let me show you guys something because I don't think I've ever shared this before.
Yeah, cause I'm telling you, and we know Brad is the original deadbeat. Even the Accountable Commentary said did a video on that, and he would not lie about that. Man, Brad is the original deadbeat, but it's somehow they don't never want to talk about it. That's something he do not want to talk about. But if let black folks say it, it's only reply to black men that you're deadbeat dads and you ain't never out here taking care of responsibility and all this and that. That's only a small percentage. So what is your argument again, Umar? Cause you're not really doing the same thing. You just going out here just telling us this shit just goddamn trying to goddamn manipulate black men into thinking that we're not doing a good thing out here. So stop playing games, bruh. Stop playing games. Cause I guarantee you just like them other brothers that ain't really out here doing it. You out here doing the same thing. You're not really taking care of your children. You're not even married to the two black baby mothers that gave birth to your kids. So what are we even talking about? But let's continue.
And this is from 2022. I made the
2
report
years ago.
succinct so you guys can see it yourselves. So, in the United States, Black or African American single parent households, 5.6 million, which is 63.2%, which is the highest. But Hispanics and white people, Hispanics first, 7.4 million, 41.8%, and non-Hispanic white families, 7.7 million children living in single parent households. So, let me bring myself up here. And I know you guys are like, well, the percentage is larger for Black people and we have a smaller population. I understand that. But again, do you guys think the kids care? Do you think the kids care that Black people lead in percentage? However, Hispanic and white people have more children living in single parent households? Do you think they care? No. So I understand the argument of the percentages. However, that's what almost over 2 million more children that are living in single parent households. So that's why when we have this per capita argument, we have to put things into perspective. Instead of just saying, well, it's a higher percentage. Kids don't care. Same thing when we're talking about adoption. The focus is always on Black folks, like that white man did that video, and I had to respond to that. But if you look at the statistics, there's far more white kids that are in, foster homes. Okay?
And that's something he do not want to talk about. But let's continue. It's a whole lot of. If you listen to what a Becky say, they say their men be leaving their kids and all this and that, and don't really be doing that and don't be taking care of them. But you sit here and talking about black men and all this and that, and the statistics say that black men are more in their kids involved in their kids' lives more than the white man, Hispanic man, and Asian man. What I mean by white father, Hispanic father, and Asian fathers. So what we even talk about, Umar? But you have to sit there and say that shit because I told you you have to blame. You get paid by these Keishas by blaming black men, and that's the bullshit I be talking about. But let's continue.
He had the nerve to speak on Black business when it ain't got nothing to do with him. Stay your ass over in the white community and discuss it with your women. Why they putting all these kids in foster homes? Okay.
Exactly. You don't even see barely. It's barely a small number of black kids being in foster homes. It's not really a lot of black kids like that. As much as he love try to claim that it is. So stop trying to act like white fathers, Hispanic fathers, and Asian fathers is way more better than black fathers. And like I said, it don't matter if he had kids by a Keisha, a Maria, or a Ling Ling, or Americans. It don't matter who he had kids by. He's still in he kids' lives more than non-racist or non-black fathers are. So what we even talking about, Umar? But you don't want to talk about that. But explain that explains a lot to your argument. But let's continue.
So that's why we need to have these conversations. So people like Dr. Umar and anybody else that want to get involved in these conversations, they leave out things on purpose. So Black women can continue with this narrative that they got to be strong and independent and we did this all by ourselves. But
Exactly. Exactly. And that's how they is. They sit here and give them this false narrative that they strong independent, they don't need no man. That you don't need black men to keep a roof over your head. Back in the 1960s, it was not like this in the 1960s. It was not like this because you had a higher number of black women was really really were loyal to black men that were married to black men at a higher rate, and the father was in the home most likely. Make sure that the roof was over their head. Make sure they were taken care of. Even though if it was going through, if it was in the civil rights era, that's when that's when all of this had started. Goddamn, cause you know Lyndon B. Johnson, a Democrat president at the time, had poisoned the black community. You start seeing black women filing for the divorce at black men at a higher rate because they chose to listen to the fucking government that told, and then listen to a feminist Becky saying that she was strong, independent, that you don't even need your black man for nothing, but then she go back to her white man, and so that basically you fall for the trick. This is the main reason why I don't fool white women. That's why I don't like white women. Cause I see the guy, cause they play both sides too. They do harm the black men too. It's not just Keisha's. Like I told you, it don't matter if it's a Keisha or a Becky. It don't really matter. They both do the same shit. They harm black men. It don't matter what they tell you. The Beckys will sit here and pull this Emmett Till on you and try to cause you to get strung up and lynched. And the Keisha should go into a Pookie and try to have you robbed, and even try to take you out just to take everything away from you. Or even though she accused you for essaying her, she'll try to get a Pookie just to fall for that lies that she told to get you taken on out of here. So don't ever listen to these dudes say it just Becky's out here that's doing black men wrong. No, Keisha's do the same thing too. It's not just them. It's not just the Beckys. Cause Keisha's do the same thing too. But you gonna sit here and say, oh, I hate black women and all this and that. Whatever. But y'all hate to listen to the truth. But let's go ahead and get to this.
I find it quite odd that when that Turkish woman went viral, now all black women have great experiences with black men.
I don't give a how many valid points that German woman had, or if she was right or wrong. She don't get a chance to speak on black women, black love, black marriages, and black anything. And this is coming from a black woman that's been with her black husband for 15 years. And I've rad for black men.
Yeah, you probably talk a whole lot of shit to your husband. And you sit there and don't even care about what he's go through and all this and that. You don't even care if he get treated like crap in the workforce. You don't care about that either. You just skip over and want everything to be about you, Keisha. But I don't know, man. I don't know.
This was in the household just to respond to her. Never seen love like that on social media before. Never knew a love like this before. I'd never seen black women say that, man, my dad was here. Even though my mom was married, he was always taking care of me. I still talk to my dad y'all remember that? I did a video about it. I noticed that. Just despite her, they told the truth. Ain't that crazy? Lastly, let's not forget that 54% of black men have never fathered children, with only 46% ever fathering children. On the other hand, 61% of black women have ever birthed.
Hold on for a second. But let's go ahead and continue.
A child, with 39% of never birthing a child. That's a 15% difference, okay? Between the 2015 to 2019 years. Okay, and then you guys can see that here, 46%, 61%. And we can thank Black Demographics for putting this in its own little graph here. And then you go down, you have Black men and Black women, 54% no kids for Black men, 39% for Black women. And then also, one of the most important statistics, it says that 66% of Black fathers live with their partners at their first childbirth, whether that's married or cohabitating. However, we cannot say the same thing for Black women. Only 41% of Black women actually live with their partners at their first child's birth. That's crazy. And this is from the National Center for Health Statistics by way of the CDC, just published 2023 January. Okay, and then also the one that Black community likes to get mixed up. They say by the time Black men are 80 or 40 years old, 81% of them have children. If you're gonna believe that, then you got to look at Black women statistics. 87%. Moving on. And also the most damning figure that Dr. Umar will probably have a problem with is that between 2015 and 2019, between ages 15 to 49, Black women had birthed 1 million more children than Black men during that time frame. 1 million more, Dr. Umar. Did you know that? There it is right there. 1 million more Black women with children than Black men. And in that 2015, 2019, 15 to 49, 307,000 more Black women than Black men. But despite that, more than 550,000 Black men married than Black women. And also, Black men are twice as likely to marry outside of their race than Black women. I know Dr. Umar going to have a field day with that. He probably going to focus on...
Yeah, that's all he do. I might make another live stream tomorrow about this. His hypocrisy, part 2. When it comes to Black men dating now. But when you have these divestors on here talking about they would love to see when Black men get unalive. He don't want to talk about that. But let's continue.
Outside of Black women have all of these kids with different men. So, I mean, you can do with that information what you want, Dr. Umar. Okay? And I also put right here, so where should the Black community's attention be focused on? Black men or Black women?
And that should be on Black women, because hell, they most likely in the, because they say they're the backbone of the Black community, so you should think they go to the women. But he's not going to talk about this shit. He get on here and say this shit. He a lot of Black women to keep donating him to make up lies about Black men. That's basically the Griffin shit that he ever done. But let's continue.
And I'm specifically talking about the fertility rates. Black men can be blamed for other shit if that's what the Black community wants to do. But it will not be for the fertility rates. Anything to do with it. The problem is Black women. So start focusing on who needs the help the most. Start talking about Black women's maternal patterns. Because it's all effed up right now.
He's not going to talk about
And one thing that I hate when I do these kind of, posts, and I'll go on TikTok, and it's always an argument. It's always a struggle. It's people in there saying, well, yeah, but, it's not just Black women. It's everybody's fault. No, bullshit. For this situation, we're going to sit here and focus on Black women. We're not going to do everybody's involved. We're not going to do this whole thing, run around about, well, it's the fact that Black men, no. We're not going to do that. So every time I see somebody refute this stuff with that type of argument, I'm blocking you. Quick, fast, in a hurry. Because I ain't got time for that shit. I don't have time for people to try and overlook statistics. That's one of the main reasons why I don't watch certain, panel shows, because of the fact that people are still spinning their own anecdotal experiences when the facts are looking you smack dab in the face. Not going to do that over here. So if I see it again, and this is to my TikTok audience, I'm going to post it over there. If I see y'all asses use that argument, I'm not talking to my followers, just anybody that comes across my platform, you come over there with this foolery, I'm blocking you. And you bet not ever show your face on Facebook, Instagram, or YouTube. If I find out it's you, I'm blocking you again from every platform. So your best bet is to shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up on my platforms if you're gonna come over here and try and refute these statistical data points. Okay? All right.
Alright, so that was it. Medium man. And he was cooking all the way. This man walking on thin ice, man. Umar just keep on running his mouth. And I'm gonna show you in 1986 the single mothers, what they was saying back then. To support my claim. Where is it? So it's gonna be about please that right, but hold on, hold on for a second.
Hey, what's up? This is Raul of Please Act Right, and today's video is going to be about the women who say, I don't need a man. See, they start out like that when they're young and cute and all of that. They get all the attention from men, and they get...
Yeah, and then when they get older enough, like in their 30s almost into their 40s and shit, now they talking about they want a man. And this should be the red flags that a lot of black men need to avoid. Cause you don't want to deal with a woman like this. You gonna have a hell raiser coming to you and try to tell you. If you look at the diary of a tired black man, you know exactly what I'm talking about. It basically show you this in real life what black men have to deal with. It's a movie on Tubi. I just said it. The Diary of a Tired Black Man. I might look at that movie again just to give y'all some information on what should but hold on, but let's go ahead and get back to it. I don't even know what I'm saying.
Yeah. All the options they think they have. Yeah, when they're young, they start out like this.
Just a daily reminder that I ain't never seen a man that I fucking need, bitch. You're all replaceable. Don't ever get too comfortable and don't ever think otherwise. You're a guest in this household, and you can be kicked out just as quickly as you were welcomed in. Thank you.
See how cute she is? Yeah, see, because she's young and she hasn't experienced anything yet. But I noticed one thing. As women start to get older, guess what happens? They change and start talking like this.
Hey everyone, it's me again. So, welcome to All the Ways We Need Men. Everything on TikTok is about...
What the fuck you mean you need men? You in your 40s, goddamn. If you wanted to, man, your ass should have. If you wanted to get married to a man, your ass should did that in your prime. And now you wait till you in your 40s. Now all of a sudden you want a man now? Nah. You can kick rocks, but let's go ahead and continue.
How independent we are, and we can do everything without men. And a lot of that's true. I have a beautiful home and a career, and I can do everything I want with my kids and take them on vacation. But there are certain things that I can't or don't want to do. Here's another one. That.
You think we really care about your niece, son?
I lost my license plate in the car wash.
And whose fault is
I want
that?
to put that back on.
It's not the men's fault. No, it's your fault.
I don't know what both that needs, and I don't want to deal with it. That's how I need a man. Another one, real quick.
Well, it seems like you don't need no man. Cause you strong in the people. You don't need no man. But when things bad started happening, now I need a man. I need a man to come help me. Yeah. You should have said that. But I begged the damn devil. But let's continue.
Propane tank. I don't want to change that. I don't want to go get it, and I don't want to change it. Ways we need men. You know the whole women independence thing where we can have houses and drive nice cars and have careers and do everything ourselves? It's true. We can do all that. So I just finished mowing the grass. Got filthy dirty, moving the fire pit thing over there. But you know when you really do need a man? When this doesn't work. That evil demon weed eater thingy stopped working. How am I supposed to weed eat? I don't know how to fix that. So yeah, I lied. We all lied.
Yeah, but you say you didn't need a man, remember? Oh man. But alright, whatever. But let's continue.
We actually do need a man, or we need to be mechanics, and I don't have time for that. So, if anyone wants to come fix my weed eater thingy?
Nah, I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't even do it at all, man. But let's get back to it.
Let me know, because, yeah, I need it. I need a man.
See, women are starting to find out when they get a little older that having a man around is a really handy thing. Because I don't know a woman
that's all they all do.
Actually wants to go outside and cut the grass and trim the hedges and do the weed whacking. But I know what most women will say, oh, but I can pay somebody to do it. Yeah, but how much is it costing you to pay these people to do that stuff? Nah.
Yeah, pay another strong, independent woman who don't have no man. Yeah, you'll pay that. Oh man, you don't pay that week. But it just keep getting better and better. But let's continue.
I want to make like it's just women should need a man for physical and manual labor, because it also they end up sounding like this.
Most of the time I love being single. I am very comfortable being single. But tonight I hung out with friends and I had a great time, and then I was driving home and I started feeling this like wave of depression and anxiety, and I wasn't really sure what it was related to or where it was stemming from. And then I got home and I felt like just so sad and lonely, and I walked into my empty apartment and I thought, God, I wish that I had someone who could just hold me right now. Like, I wish that I had someone who could just take care of me, because I have to take care of myself every single day, and it's fucking exhausting. And I just want someone to take care of me every now and then.
Well, hello, TikTok family. It's me again. Hello. So, this one's a little more of not needing a physical thing for a man to do. So reason number 9 of why I would like to have a man in my life: to come home and tell them about something that happened in your day that was really great. So today I hit a PR in the gym. Actually, it was a couple days ago. Today was a different one, but the most important one was the one I hit the other day. I benched 155 for the first time ever. And I really didn't
yeah, the reason why, yeah, I had came to high right quick, but I'm gonna go ahead and get on out of here. But before I do, I'm telling you, Umar Johnson, they're gonna keep saying some shit. But you know, in my shortest video, I'm gonna call that shit out. I'm talking about going into 2025, but you know, you're gonna have a motherfucker that come to your channel and try to get you, try to trigger you, try to see if they gonna try to defend this man by coming at you. But if I see that, I'm calling it out, and you know how I get down. But yeah, I'm gonna get on out of here. Like, comment, subscribe, support the channel. And this is no pandering Negroes over here, no Keishas, no divestors, no Democrat shilling Negroes, no Pookies and Ray Rays over here. But anyway, peace out, I'm out of here.